everyone. I am a part-time master's student, a part-time YouTuber, and finally, a full-time FAANG software engineer. Today, I will go through the 10 things that software engineers can't live without. But mostly, we're just gonna go through everything that I typically use. Starting with, I think there's no arguments here, but my work laptop. This one is pretty self-explanatory. Most companies give their software engineers a working laptop. Mine is a fully spec'd out 16-inch MacBook Pro. Now, in addition to this laptop, you also get stickers, which I have not stuck on this laptop because I really don't understand why you would like slap a $1 sticker on top of a it's over $1,000, but it's like, $3,000 laptop, I'm guessing, for this MacBook Pro. In addition to that, you have the security key. And yeah, with that, you are off and running. This leads me to my second essential item, which is also free. Company laptop. So I decided to put the stickers on here instead of my laptop because the backpack is significantly less valuable. Now, this doesn't relate to other software engineers, but for those of you who are new to this channel, you know that I have previously talked about how I used to be a failed pre-med student who really wanted to be a doctor. The Canadian Medical Association gives out a different colored backpack to every single medical student from that particular graduating class. So every single year, there's a different colored backpack that just pops up all of a sudden during the fall semester. And I hated that. Again, this is more of a personal thing, but I promised to myself if I ever got a med school backpack, I would never wear that backpack and I would instead give it to my parents, which I did. But the thing is that when I returned as a full-time to my company, they gave me another backpack. So I was like, okay, it's a free backpack at the end of the day. In the end, me not wanting to spend money won out, so I am using this backpack all the time as an essential. This leads me to my next essentials, again coming from the company, which is Mac keyboard and trackpad. Again, these are free coming from the company. I have this trackpad as well as this MacBook keyboard. I have some in the office as well. And the reason I have a set of two, one set for the office and one set for at home, is because I also got these ones from a different internship. And I want to share a little bit of a secret, which was, I think I was supposed to give it back to them at the end of the internship, but I didn't. And they also didn't ask for it back. So again, if you guys are watching this, I'm sorry, please message me if you want them back. But if not, I'm keeping them. Okay, moving on. Ray-Ban sunglasses. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Finally, you paid for something, but no, I did not. I got these as a gift, so I'm not being extravagant. Again, for some of you who watched my previous videos, you guys know that I broke my previous Ray-Ban glasses when I was playing soccer. I stupidly kept them on for some reason because I didn't want to put on contacts. But anyways, that's besides the point. I broke those, so I ended up getting these ones, which were really cheap online glasses, but they work amazingly well because, check this out. Boom. They can just go on like this, which is absolutely incredible. And I still use these Ray-Bans because I put on contacts sometimes for my, I learn my lesson whenever I go for soccer and basketball. So these are still essential, but this is absolutely amazing as well. Okay, moving on, directly in front of me is my Lenovo 30-inch monitor. Sticking with the same theme, I got this free from my company. I used to have a gaming monitor, but as soon as I got this, I returned the gaming monitor. And ever since then, I have been using this monitor. I guess the one complaint that I have is for some reason, a bunch of these big monitors, they don't actually have speakers. So your audio is actually coming from your laptop still, which is very unideal. But it is what it is. Most of the time, I'm not really playing anything on my laptop or I'm using my headphones. But most software engineers will probably agree with me that having a monitor like this is absolutely essential, especially when you're trying to do lots of coding and trying to keep multiple tabs open like the 252 that I mentioned earlier on. Okay, moving on. So I have an iPhone as well as a Google Pixel 8, I believe. Anyways, this is also pretty self-explanatory why it's an essential. I need the iPhone because I need it to answer work messages as well as when I'm on call. Okay, the Google Pixel, it was more of a fun purchase, but I do have some rationale behind that as well. I wanted to leverage its AI capabilities as well. Its voice to text is absolutely amazing. So that's why I thought it was a pretty good investment. Also, it can wirelessly charge my iPhone. So I wouldn't have to, I save money by not having to pay for another wireless charger. And in addition to that, I used to have the Pixel 7a. I actually only bought that a couple months ago, but then I bought the new one because my mom told me that she needed a new phone and she was a part of the Apple ecosystem, which, as all of you know, is extremely expensive. So I ended up giving the Pixel 7a to my mom, and I converted her from the Apple ecosystem to the Android ecosystem because it's significantly cheaper. So overall, I think it's a really good investment, not just for the AI features, but also because I was able to give my old Pixel phone to my mom, thereby converting her to the Android ecosystem. Okay, moving on. Speaking of expensive accessories, I did have to buy this Apple Watch. I got the smallest size, 41 millimeters, and paid all cash to a questionable man on Facebook Marketplace. Then the next day, this particular series, Series 8, went on sale, and I was particularly sad because, not because it was a bad deal, but because I really wanted the red version, but I had to get the black version. That's the only one that person had. But anyways, I got this mainly because if I didn't have my iPhone or my Google Pixel or my laptop, I would need something to tell the time. Okay, I'm just kidding. Also, for a more practical reason, I use this to track my sleep habits at nighttime. Okay, moving on to other things I had to purchase. This is my massage gun, and again, I feel like this is one of my best purchases because first of all, it was on sale on Amazon when I got this. Also, I did not get the Theragun version because I felt like the Theragun version was way too expensive, and I do believe that most of it is going to their marketing budget, whereas this one, the Bob and Brad massage gun, was very reasonably priced. They have a case with a bunch of different attachments, but this is a huge lifesaver. In fact, my mom saw that I had this and she wanted one as well, so I had to get one for her. Took it all there, but anyways, that's fine. You know, it wasn't that expensive. So these are the Sony headphones XM4s, I believe, and these are an absolute essential. So I did get these, unfortunately, at full price, which is, again, breaks one of my fundamental rules of not getting anything, you know, full price. This was, I think, $400. But my reasoning for getting these ones is I actually did have the previous generation, the XM3s. The main difference between the XM3s to this one, the design is absolutely the same. The noise cancellation is absolutely amazing for both, but the XM3s did not have Bluetooth simultaneous connection to two devices. And I really wanted that feature. These headphones, you're able to simultaneously connect to both. This was a pretty good investment because I kind of like timed the market and I sold my XM3s right before these came out. So I was able to, you know, get a pretty good deal from selling the XM3s. So these didn't really cost $400. And yeah, I did pay full price, but in the end, it was a pretty good investment. If you come from an Asian family, you know what I'm talking about. My mom's normal voice on the phone is pretty much screaming. You can hear her anywhere. And I really wish I had a pair of these types of headphones when I was in high school. I probably could have gone to Harvard if I did. But nowadays, I use this whenever I'm coding, and it is extremely useful. Now, the funny thing about these headphones that I also want to mention is that the noise cancellation is so good. I frequently get scared when somebody from work walks like close by me and I couldn't hear them. I didn't realize like how much we depend on sound to expect like danger and things like that, because like all of a sudden somebody like walks close by you and you didn't expect it and you get super freaked out. I don't know if other people have the same issue, but for me in particular, it just like scares the crap out of you whenever somebody walks beside you and you don't hear them. But yeah, I'm gonna continue using these as long as my heart can handle it, and right now it's definitely an essential. Okay, this leads me to my final essential item, which is my scooter over here. This is my scooter. I really wanted to get the Segway 9-bolt, which is pretty much the industry standard for most scooters, but the Segway 9-bolt at the time was around $1,100, $1,200, and I felt like that was way too expensive, so I ended up opting for a different version called the KQi3 Pro by New Company, and that was only $770, around there. But yeah, I think you'll find that most software engineers are also pretty lazy to walk, so they'll have some type of bike or scooter or skateboard, things like that. I did end up getting an electric skateboard as well, but I don't really use it as much as the scooter, so I chose the scooter as my 10th essential. But yeah, I think those are the 10 essentials that most software engineers can't live without. If there is something that I missed or something that you think needs to be added, please feel free to comment below. And if you're interested in scheduling a call with me, I will link that below as well. Peace.